Well, truthfully, it was just for the vanity of creating something that I really loved. Uh, Myself and Stephen Klein and Nick Knight all got together, and Nick Knight and I worked on the bottle. Stephen and I worked on the ad campaign together, and I worked on the fragrance itself, the smell of it with Coty and their perfumeries in Paris. And it was a lovely experience with some obstacles, as I am quite difficult when it comes to selling products, because I don't care to sell anything unless it's really nice. Fame is the first ever black eau de parfum. So it is black inside the bottle, and then once you spray it, it is clear, and it's beautiful, and it's exciting to be a part of an innovative project with some great people. Well, I don't want to spoil it for you, so I'm not going to tell you how we do it, but I will tell you that once it evacuates the juice evacuates from the perfume bottle, it is completely clear. So I don't want to give it away, but that is what we've done. And the smell as well is innovative. It's push-pull technology, so you're not smelling things in stages the way that you do with other perfumes. You're smelling them simultaneously all at once. Kind of like when you look at me in one of my outfits. You're sort of experiencing lots of different statements at once. You need a second to take it all in. It's a mixture of belladonna, which means beautiful girl in Italian. It's a flower that can be poisonous, but the fragrance is not poisonous. And that is mixed with the smell of a fresh, juicy apricot and honey drops. It also has saffron in it. It's sort of the way that you use saffron in cooking to combine things together. That was something I wanted to do. So there's saffron in there as well, and there's also a little bit of incense. So there's a little bit of a masculine quality to part of the fragrance. There's sort of a duality with the fragrance, but in terms of the smell and the purity of it, it's a quite delicious, succulent, slutty, seductive fragrance. Yes, it certainly does. I wear it all the time. And it was also meant to smell like what I would wear to seduce someone, because that is ultimately how you become famous, is by seducing the world. And I hope you feel sexy, and I hope you feel the fame. I was very involved from the very beginning. Every aspect of the fragrance came from myself and the House of Gaga working on it for a while. Well, this started as an idea. It didn't start as a fragrance, if that makes any sense. So I wanted to make a black perfume called Fame, and then it happened. This fragrance, in terms of the meaning of it, is that fame is an interesting prospect, but there are dangerous things lurking around the corner. That is why it is black. That is why the fragrance is made out of the scent of a poisonous flower, the belladonna. I don't know if I wanted to express it or not. I just did express it. I mean, it's just what it is the bottle is my interpretation of fame, not necessarily my personal interpretation of fame. It is my perfume interpretation of fame. The actual fragrance isn't, is an expression of fame, right? So I guess what I'm trying to say, it's my perfume expression of fame. It's not my personal expression of it. I'm not saying anything in the fragrance about my personal life. I'm just making a funny product. For me, it is just about making stuff that I love with my friends and nothing more. And we tried to create it so that you could experience the luxury of going into a beautiful boutique to buy a very nice, expensive, elegant fragrance, but be able to have it and at different prices and more affordable. No, we all see very eye to eye on things, and we propel one another, and that's what's great about working with your friends and working with people that you really love their work, because you love to see them do great things. And for me, that is my favorite thing about doing this with Nick Knight and Stephen Klein, because, you know, with Stephen and I, to do a project together where I know he's truly proud of it makes me feel good, because I'm a big fan of him and I've loved him for a long time. And it's the same thing with Nick, to be able to put out a bottle with him that he's really proud of. You know, these are sort of my fashion and photographic heroes. So this is pivotal for me in a different way. This really isn't about fragrance for me.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to explain the actual film because I want people to interpret it for themselves, but I will say that we worked on it side by side for a really long time, and he put his heart and soul into it. I mean, he worked so hard on it, and he did such a beautiful job, and he cared so much about every little detail, and I mean, me as well, but he might be even worse than I am, and God love him. I mean, I respect him so much. You know, when you like somebody as a friend as much as you like them as an artist, it's quite easy to work together because it's just really fun. Because when I got made fun of in high school, I used to walk down the street and go to the Guggenheim, and it made me feel better. That's why. I just liked to look at the Brancusi's exhibit. I'm excited to start venturing into this new world that is art pop for me, my new album and new creative experience in my life that I'm having. I'm able to create and communicate with my fans now through images and products and all sorts of different things, because that is the sort of generation that we live in. It's sort of this mad mix of media and technology and products and sound and sensors and transmission of information. And I am excited to continue to stretch the boundaries of what that can mean, as I did not do that very much on my last album. It was focused very differently, so I'm excited to be doing that now.